these people in the cemetery have a good view of the surrounding. Coronado, the Spanish explorer. That's what this is all about. Coronado's cap looks like volcanic rock. Pretty impressive. It's on the National Historical Register. It's a picnic area. Look at the size of that beam there. That's a big log there. All of these are big logs. I wonder if the CCC made this. Got vents at the top. Let's go upstairs to the roof. And here we are. Okay, there's Lindsborg, where those grain towers are. That's where it just came from. And there are 7 hills. Sandy Hills, they call them. And it's the Sandy Hill Valley, which is where the river is. The Sandy Hill River flows up into the Missouri, I think. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. '41, 1541 was the date that Coronado, the Spanish explorer, supposedly visited this part of Kansas, exploring. And I wonder if the CCC built this. Looks pretty old. Could have been built in the 30s or 40s. Nice vista from up here. Quite a few people up here. Lindsborg is where those white grain elevators are. And then on the far horizon is Interstate 135. It runs to Salinas. And I think Salinas is where those white, I'm guessing that's an oil refinery up there. And yes, this was built by under the supervision of the WPA, which was probably the CCC. There's the restrooms. This is the picnic area and barbecue fireplace. Well, fireplace, not a barbecue. Here's the big long picnic tables and the fireplace, the chimney. I don't know what kind of flower that is, but it's certainly pretty. Hey, look. Nice picnic table with a view, huh? Look at that valley. They got some long, lonesome back roads here in Kansas. Look at that one, just runs straight as an arrow, north-south, along the grid line. I'm on the hiking trail. They mow it. There's the campground I'm staying at. And the grass has started to turn very brown because it hasn't rained in about 2 weeks. And there's forest fire smoke, or some kind of fire smoke, that moved in this afternoon. Look, see how hazy it looks out there on the lake. This is a wetland right here between those two trees, and right here. It's about 6:30 and still hot. Not hot, but quite warm. It was 90 plus degrees today. They've been doing some work on the lakeside part of the wetlands. See how hazy it is out over the lake? And you can smell smoke. Could be a grassland fire. Drainage pipe. Let's see what the sign has to say. Park rangers can control the amount of water in the wetland with this device. This is it right here. It functions as a dam or drain for the wetland. Stop logs can be added to increase the depth or remove for decreased depth in the wetland. Adjusting the water level based on the time of year aids in managing the wildlife. The wetland is dry in the spring and summer, so plants can grow. In the fall, seed-bearing plants are flooded, and the wetland serves as a habitat for wildlife, for waterfowl. I think what they did is bring in some extra soil and put it right here on this levee or dam, whatever it is. Not many boats out right now. Must be supper time. There was a hawk or an eagle in this tree the other morning when I was hiking over here before they started their work here. I don't know what these things are, but man, they are a pest in certain places. They prefer a certain type of vegetation to hang out in. And then when you walk through, they join you. They swarm you. Looks like they might be through with their repair work. It's the loader trail. Look at these signs, entrance they have. This lake was began in 1940, but they had to postpone it during World War II. And so it was finally completed, I think in 48 or 50, somewhere along in there. It is much hazier today than it has been. These sticks are trail entrance markers. Looks like a creek or spring right over here. I have not met anyone hiking, nor seen anyone on the hiking trail. Looks like an arch. A lot of old trees with fire marks on them. Apparently there was a fire in here sometime over the years. Look at the size of these cottonwoods here. These things are monsters. They got fire markings too. It's a whole bunch of them in here. It's a whole grove of old trees. There's no telling. I don't know how long a cottonwood lives. But these have been around a while.